For those of you who used to follow my second channel, Tommy Travels the Second, you'll be familiar with what this is. For folks who are just Tommy Travelers and have never seen the other channel, this is a weather check where we just look outside and see what's going on. And as you can tell, we're going to be in for a pretty nice sunset this evening. It looked like rain a little bit earlier, but that has cleared off. So this is going to be a very, very good night for a road trip. It's time to head out of town and put the travels in Tommy Travels. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful night adventure. I guess that's what you'd have to call it, because it is going to encompass all three of those. This is a 24-hour road trip adventure challenge, and we are going to be starting at 11 o'clock tonight. Right now it's a little bit after 8 o'clock, so I'm here at the apartment getting some things ready, but at 11 o'clock off we go. And we are going to be going to South Dakota on this adventure, and the location that we are going to first is 9 hours away. There's 3 locations kind of in the same proximity, so I'm not positive which one we're going to go through first, but stay tuned and find out for sure. This is going to be an absolute grueling adventure, but probably the most fun I've had in a long time as well. And I'm going to bring you along with me for the ride. Welcome to another edition of Tommy Travels. It's Tommy Travels. If you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. This should be fun, you guys, so come on with me. Let's go see what there is to see. And our adventure begins. We have now entered the car. It is officially 10:54 p.m. A little bit earlier than the 11 o'clock start off time I was going for, but this is going to be a long trip, so I need all the spare time I can get. So off we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this thing started. Well, it is now, as you can see, 2:37 in the morning. And we have just entered South Dakota just moments ago. And just look at these stunning, beautiful country views as far as the eye can see, which is about 20 feet in front of me. So it is now 4:09 in the morning. And one of the cool things that I've noticed about South Dakota so far, probably my favorite thing so far, is the speed limit. 80 miles an hour. This is the very first time I've ever driven this fast legally. I love you, South Dakota. That is a good law. Not good, you guys. I was just cruising down the road, driving right along, and my car just shut off. And here's what happens when we try to start it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it is currently, what time is it? It is currently 5:50 in the morning, and there isn't an auto repair shop or tow place open until 7:30. Looks like I'm going to be sitting here for a while. So I probably should be really freaked out right now, but I'm not. I'm actually very calm and just kind of going to hang out and wait here until I get some kind of help. And as I said, nothing opens until about 7:30, but even when they do and they get here and they tow me someplace, I'm not sure exactly how the logistics of this are going to work out because I am a long, long, long ways from my apartment, and if I take a rental car or something and go back home, my car is eventually going to be fixed, and I'm going to have to figure out how to pick it up, and I don't know how that's going to work. So this should all be interesting. I'll keep you posted as it goes. And needless to say, our little 24-hour adventure challenge is going to be a fail today. We were headed to Mount Rushmore, and then we were going to go to a couple other locations after that. And so I don't think those are going to be happening today. But they will happen, I can assure you. I will be back. This isn't going to stop me. It might slow me down, but it will not stop me. So I will conquer you, South Dakota. And the time on this adventure, 7:34, just turned over. And just to give you guys a look, this is what the actual landscape of South Dakota looks like. This is where I've been sitting here for the last couple of hours at least, however long it's been. I don't even remember now. But it could be worse. It could be raining. It's not raining yet, but look at those skies. That doesn't look promising. So I finally got a hold of a tow truck to come and get me. I called one place that's about a little over a mile from here, and the lady answered and she says, "Oh, our service guys aren't in. I don't know when they're going to be in. Well, here's a number to another guy." So this other guy, here's just a little further away than what they are, like 1.3 miles from where I am at right now. So I called him and he says, "Oh, yeah, I could look at it, but we'll have to tow you in." Great, I figured that. Well, my tow truck guy is off today, but we use this other service here. And he gave me some other guy's number, called then, got an answering machine, referred me to Dave if it's after hours. So I called Dave, woke him up, and he is now gonna come and get me. He's about a half hour, 45 minutes away. I do appreciate him because he is just getting up and going. He was going to call a hired hand to help, but he couldn't get a hold of anyone, so he is going to help me. It's going to cost a little bit, but I figured it would. This isn't going to be a cheap ordeal to get out of, but we will get out of it. And this is kind of weird. My car broke down exactly 6 hours into my trip and exactly 400 miles away from home. What are the odds of that? And here we go, free at last. Man, I just wish I was back home. And just like that, we are back home, safe and sound. This is why I wasn't too freaked out. I was able to remain calm. I knew I'd eventually get to right here, and I'm so glad to have made it. It was a lot of rigmarole, but we got through it. Well, here we are, back on the couch. Boy, it seems like forever ago I was here saying, we're gonna go on an adventure, we're gonna do a challenge. Everything was going so smoothly, and then my car crapped out, and it all went downhill from there. I stopped the vlog from that point because it really turned out to be a lot of waiting around and what's the problem with it and can you fix it here, and it turned out they couldn't get it fixed at that place. It had to be hauled down to Sioux Falls, which was 2.5 hours back in the direction that I came, which thank goodness it was back in the direction I needed to go anyway to get back here. The people at the Charlie's auto shop company that I was stuck at, they were all really nice. They bent over backwards to help me out and even gave me huge discount on the towing bill that it would have taken to get for a 2.5 hour drive. One of the guys there has a truck and a trailer, and they managed to get my car up on the trailer. That was a little bit of a rigmarole too, but got it up there and got me in there for quite a bit less than it would have cost me otherwise. And so I was going to just delete all of this and not even air this video at all, but I thought I'm going to go ahead and leave it in because some people, they don't do YouTube channels, or they're thinking about starting one. And if you're one of those folks that are thinking, yeah, I'd kind of like to drive all around and do fun things like that, absolutely do it, but make sure that you're prepared. If you're going to do stuff like what I'm doing, driving to different places kind of far away in some cases, like Mount Rushmore is 8 hours and 45 minutes from the Twin Cities. So if you're going to plan on doing things like that, make sure that you've got some money in the bank, so if problems like this come up, you can take care of them without having to have too much worry. And just make sure that it's saved money, not like rent money that you're dipping into or grocery money or things like that. Money where you can say, okay, I know I'm stranded and I know this is going to cost me a lot to get out of it, but fortunately I've got the savings there to get out of it. Because if I was broke and that happened to me, I don't know honestly what I would have done. I don't know how I would have gotten out of that situation. But fortunately I did, and I'm here safe and sound. I want to thank you guys for coming along for the ride on this failed adventure, kind of a different type of video than I would normally do. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And thank you guys so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side. P.S. I've had to pee twice now on the side of the road since I've been here, which is always a real treat.